and it's the weekend tomorrow, so that means today is Friday, and that means it's time for this week's new music, FriYay, and we're kicking off this week's music, FriYay, with Ella Henderson, and so far, everything that this young lady has brought out has been rather pleasant on the old earlobes. So this is no surprise, but this is quite nice to listen to. It's Ella Henderson with the House Gospel Choir. It's an acoustic version of Risk It All. And it's not risking it at all, because it is a good one to start off this week's New Music FriYay. So, let's see what comes up next, and let's see if we can have some fun. Yay! It's FriYay! Well, we shifted gears quite quickly, didn't we? We've gone from Ella Henderson to The Darkness. And this is their new one. It's called Nobody Can See Me Cry. And if you like fun, why don't you follow Justin on TikTok? Because he's very, very funny to watch, and he's, it's fun. And a lot of people, when The Darkness first appeared, thought they were just a parody account, a joke, a flash in the pan. But no, The Darkness really are the fun side of metal. And they show us that you don't have to take it serious to be awesome. And I like it. You may too. Just listen to those guitar riffs. Wanna rock and roll all night and each and every day. This is Green Day doing Rock and Roll All Night, live from Hella Mega. It's okay. As I've mentioned previously, I don't tend to put live versions onto my playlist because I don't like listening to live versions in the car, because the crowd is fucking annoying when you've got a full blast in the car. So, no. But if you want to enjoy this experience at home, you can too with Green Day, live from Hella Mega. I was listening to this the other day, a little bit earlier than the New Music Friday, so I'm glad it's in the New Music FriYay playlist. This here is Melinda, and she is rather, wow, it's just, her voice is transcendent. No, transcendent. Or basically her voice transcends you to somewhere. Every time I listen to her voice and her lyrics, it just, it's nice. It is just nice. So yes, if you like your music folky, if you like your music traditionally old school and vocal, you can't get any better, to be honest. Yes. Melinda, Hoist the Colours. Now, if you like your music a bit more relaxed and traditional, and you like the plinky of the piano, this here is a Chopin Piano Concerto number 1 by Maria Joa Perez. It's the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra and Andrew Privin. This is me trying to be all posh. I don't pull off posh very well. But classical music isn't just for the posh hoffs and toffs, It is some real music out there, and yay. So why not try a bit of classical? Personally, if you want something, more mainstream or something more easier to ease you into it, may I suggest Gustav Holst or maybe a little bit of Vivaldi, because I much prefer the string. We've gone from classical plinky, and we've just lost the picture. And the picture is back. We've gone from classical plinky, as I just mentioned, and now we have some classical opera. It's Candide. Apparently this is Act 1, and it's Glitter something. It's Maran Aslasop and the London Symphony Orchestra that they're getting around lately, aren't they? Now, I could do a bit more research into this music, and I may do for when it appears in the future. But if you like it, this might be your cup of tea or a cup of cha. So sit back and listen to Candide, Act 1, in this week's New Music FriYay. From opera to country, we've got Ellie King and Miranda Lambert, two queens of the country scene, and this is Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home. It's the acoustic version, but it's got some very, very great percussion in it. It's nice, it's good, and it's the reason why these are the queens of country at the moment. Little darlings, little country darlings. Yay! Yeah, definitely worth a listen. Definitely. This little ginger dude is going nowhere in the near future. He's everywhere. If he's not collaborating with a myriad of different artists, he's out there with his own stuff, kicking it round. And here we have Ed Sheeran, Shivers. Now, it's like, what is it? Contact therapy, absorption therapy. You know, if you around something so often, you tend to find you like it. And I've, you know, Ed Sheeran's like that. He's around so much. There's more than one Ed Sheeran song that I am not ashamed to say I quite like. Although I'm rather fond of Bad Habits, you know, and the TikTok renditions are fantastic. So here we have Ed Sheeran, Shivers, all by himself. Here's Danny Elfman and Square Pusher. It's Belong, it's the Square Pusher remix. Now Elfman is a film genius when it comes to music. I mean, he's done some fantastic scores, and it's always nice to see him pop up into New Music FriYay with something fresh. So why not? I get a Heroes vibe in from this, and you know what? He didn't even do the music for Heroes. But here we have it. Now, one place you very rarely see a jet ski is in the desert. So when you put it as a musical track and you put the music and the images that the music brings, I don't see a jet ski in the desert. But now you're thinking of jet ski in the desert. So this is Jet Ski in the Desert by Kill Paris. So, yeah, why not? I've seen sillier things. Now, when we were discussing classical stuff earlier on, I said I prefer strings. And what comes up next? Well, in a few songs after that, strings. This is Yo-Yo Ma, Notes for the Future. And it's a whole million of people here. We have Abio, Lilia Downs, Jeremy Duce, Angelo Kidjo, Mashira Lila, Andrea Motors, Tundo Alano, and Marlon Williams. Now, when I first seen that, my dyslexica said, Yo Mama! But no, it's Yo Yo Ma. And I think there's better tracks on the album than this. But this is the one that's appeared on New Music Friday. And it's not bad. Might be worth a check out. I will listen to the full album during the week and see if I can add some more. Hey, it's Pull Up by will.i.am, J. Ray Soul, and Nile Rodgers. will.i.am has the Midas touch, and everything he seems to touch seems to taste gold. You know what that is, Midas touch. Now this, for me, has a very disco feel, and I've noticed a trend in New Music Friday over the few months, is disco is slowly being reintroduced into mainstream music. Now I'm all for that. I would love to see this song on a roller disco and maybe little skates on, flying around with a disco ball. But I predict 2022/3 will be the years of disco resurgence. We've got ABBA making a comeback. will.i.am has gone very disco. Majestic tried, failed miserably with Rasputin. But I think we can have a resurgence of disco, and I'm all for it. Woohoo! Now, I'm not the X Factor's biggest fan, and I do believe it's not actually making a comeback. I think X Factor is no more. I think we've still got Britain's Got Talent, but, you know, no bad thing. However, I do believe that Rack Shoe were one of the best things that the X Factor brought us. However, I also believe that Rack Shoe would have made it without the needs of the X Factor. I just don't think they'd be making as much moolah as is evident with the independents that struggling to, you know, make money in the music industry. So it's a good and a bad thing, the X Factor. But Rack Shoe were definitely a worthy entry to that scene, and I think they're funky. I like them. They're fun. many years I've been a fan of the Gorillaz, but the thing about the Gorillaz is they bring something out and then 5-10 years later you're like, oh, that was really quite good. It just takes a long time for you to get the feel for it, really. It was the same. In fact, the only Gorillaz album that I listened to from the beginning, like when it first released, was Plastic Beach. I still think that is the best thing they've done and one of the best albums of all time, to be honest. So this one, it's live. It's the Gorillaz with Alicia Harley. It's got a very reggaeton feel to it. Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure in a few years I'll be listening to it quite a lot. This is Taylor the Destroyer. Now, I mentioned Taylor the Destroyer a few weeks back on a Future Star series. I do believe she is a future star, and she is, of course, shining bright at the moment on TikTok, and she has got a voice. Her voice is tremendous. I definitely think she's early on in her career. She still needs to find her place, somewhere where she belongs, somewhere that voice can really make a difference. But this song is emotive. This song is okay, and it's All Eyes on Me, and it obviously means something to her. So fair play. Fair play. I'm not too sure whether it showcases that voice in the best light, but I think we will hear a lot more from this young lady over the years to come. So don't give up. You are freaking awesome. Oh, goody! Pegboard nerds have changed the mood rather substantially in this room. Yay! Pegboard nerds, Stonebank, email. This is called Falling Apart, and of course it is Pegboard nerds and Stonebank and Emil. It's good. It's good. It's really good. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. Not a little, but a lot. A lot, a little. No, a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it. Like it. Because I like the Pegboard nerds. There you go. And that is one of the many reasons I like it. Oh, it's funky, isn't it? This is a name you don't have to see in your music FriYay. Faith No More. Now, when I was in my teens, I was walking around with a Faith No More set for weeks and days. So yeah, it's nice to see them back in New Music FriYay, and this is with Alexander Hackle, Superhero, the Batagila remix. However, I'm not too sure whether I like it. Maybe it'll grow on me. Or maybe because now I've only got one ear, I am losing something. I don't know. Not quite impressed. Shame, really. It's nice to see Faith No More on New Music FriYay. It's bittersweet. I see Faith No More on New Music Friday, and then this is what they've got. Yeah. We could be living in the post-apocalyptic new dawn, and traditional country music will always find a bar to be played in. This one is Sturgill Simpson, and he's a new chap doing old country. So yeah, there's always a place for it. It will never die. And just like that traditional country will always have a place in the world, so will music such as this. This is Arcadia by Ilana Del Rey. And yeah, it's okay by Ilana Del Rey. Her voice, there's no disputing she can belt them out. Can't she just belt them out? But you need to be in the right sort of headspace for this type of music, I think. Kind of, if you're not in the right place, it will bring you down. But the voice, it will bring you back up. So, yeah. Yeah, Lana Del Rey. Here we have some more country, but it's the newer country. You know, the type that is, a bit more upbeat. This is Matt Steele, Dirks Gently, and Hardy, and Matt Stokes, I believe. Yeah, it's good, it's country, it's new. It's definitely a bit more upbeat than the last two. Here's a bit of Tom Misch for you. And yes, this is Quarantine Sessions, and as we were all missing people in quarantine, this song is called Missing You. Now this boy can play. He's, He's got the fingers that will make many old women happy. It is fantastic playing, and it's very emotive. You know, his guitar just weeps every time he looks at him. He's like, not again, I'm gonna start crying. And just get me right here. The strings just bring me up. The melodies. But yeah, he can play. There's no denying this guy can play. And if you like your guitar to be in the background and relaxing, I'm hoping the next one will pick us up a bit more, because the mood has gone a bit flat here. But that's not Tom's fault. Tom's really damn good. Leave it to Monstercat to bring up the tempo in the room. This is Monstercat and Joe Fasaka. Either way, let's go. Don't let go. And don't let go. Really, don't let go. Just don't let go. But yes, as you can hear, the tempo is definitely got up a peg or two. So yeah, I'm ready for this. There you go. I expect many a remix of this to be really in your face, but it's a good start. It's Epic by Epica. No, it's not Epic by Epica. It is Epica. This is Unchained Utopia. Now, this is a live version. Epica are fucking amazing. There's no denying it. They are a fusion that gives you goosebumps. And one day, oh yes, one day, these are number 2 on the list of must-have go to see when they can. You know, you've got Monstercat in number 1, a Monstercat session. I want to be there, like the oldest person in the club, giving it beans, you know, big fish, little fish. But then I want to see Epica, because I reckon the music brings, you go, oh, see, I'm just blah blah blah. But yeah, the voice, the guitars, the scenes that it brings, every song is an epic. That's a great name for them, Epica. Yeah. Well, my pappy passed along many things to me in his life, you know, little nuggets of knowledge, like you need to be a taxi driver, or you need to run a fish and chip shop, or, you know, usual things that Greek grandparents like to push upon the, you know, the lowerlings in the family. However, one thing I do have followed on is my affinity for the good old Bazooky music. And this is Bazooky Kings. Now, they're very much hit and miss in the Bazooky scene, you know. There's some songs you may not like, there's some songs you may like, but they're always on point, and it's always good to have Bazooky in your music Friday. I mean, come on. We're in 2021, and this classic bazooka is playing. It's like blowing things up, because it's just great. So yeah, fun, always worth a listen, and it always gets played in the car. Ugh. Come below. Well, this is rather interesting. It's Guma Ima. It's called Close to You, and I say interesting because it just sort of, I don't know, there's something about it. There really is. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not talking much because it's, yeah. Let's just say, yeah, this is Close to You, and I will listen to this one again, and probably again, and maybe I'll be able to say something more about it, but yeah, it's definitely got something. It's definitely got something. This is Slippy, couldn't. It's on a compilation, Critical Mass Drum and Bass compilation, in fact. It's curated by Reaper, and it has lots of lovely drum and bass on it. Now, I don't think we label too much as it is. Different genres, different genders, different social economic things. We are just all one. The same goes for music. It is music. So if you want to categorize this as drum and bass, feel free. I categorize this as music, and I like it, and it will be played again and again. So yeah. We are one. Now you see, this is probably where the classifications and the labels come from. I mean, you can't really put Slippy and drum and bass into the same venue as Karma Fields and their trip hop or hip hop or whatever you want to call this classification. They are two different things, but they're from the same vein of music. The same heart is beating through them. They are giving us music created in different ways, but by different people, but the same heart, the musician's heart, in which it's there. This is KV Kong by Karma Fields, and it is completely different to the drum and bass. I put my hands up to that one. It is completely different, but it comes from the same heart. I'm waffling on a lot, aren't I? This Music Friday has been a big one, and I'm tired, but I'm happy. And there we have it. New Music FriYay has come to its conclusion on this Friday, the 10th of September. And I'm ending, because I can, on Monstercat Silk Showcase episode 611. It's always a good place to end, because it means I can leave Monstercat playing in the background while I go about my rest of my morning or afternoon. You can too. Monstercat Silk, always worth a listen. Just bang it on and get things done. This week has been a little bit better than last week. I believe I'm glad to see the disco is making a resurgence, even though it's not actually in your face disco, but it is there. It's coming. I see it coming. Disco is going to be big. 22, 23. I guarantee that. After the world's still here, of course. I've been X2E, and if there's any future stars you'd like to me feature on Future Stars and new music you think I should be listening to, hit me up in the messages. You can catch me on YouTube or, usual things. Enjoy your day.